Well, originally when I was asked what my goal was when I joined CrossFit, it was to be skinny. And when I look back on that now, I actually laugh because that was such a stupid thing to say. It's actually not about being skinny, and that's what I've learned from here. It's about being fit and healthy and being consistent with your workouts. And then with that, the rest comes.
Sure.
Okay, well now I can split squat 50k for reps. I can hip thrust 120 kilos, which is not bad for a girl who was never a gym bunny and was never comfortable in the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm also not obsessed with the scales anymore. That's something that Keane has taught me about. He's taught me if you're consistent and you train well and you eat well, the rest will come.
Okay.
Well, not only physically has it impacted me, it's also impacted me in my mental health, I would say. I run my own business, I'm a CEO of a couple of businesses, I'm busy all the time, I'm stressed. So CrossFit has actually helped me mentally and has made me less stressed, made me sleep better, made me become more aware of my moods. So it's now actually become just an essential part of my life. I have to do it, and if I do it, I work better, I'm better to be around, and I'm in better form. So what I love about training here is that Keane, my coach, is constantly setting me new targets. So I never get bored. I could be split squatting 50k, and now Keane is saying we're going to add 10 more k onto that in the next couple of months, and I'm like, what? And also, I never get bored. There's also something. He always has something new to add on to what we're doing. So it's exciting and it's fun.
Good.
So if you want to look better, feel better, sleep better, be less stressed, and if you're sitting on the fence, I would just say, as Nike says, just do it. Just go for it. Give it a go.
Good.
So I originally had the fear of gyms. I just thought it was places where people go and pose. I always felt intimidated if I was in a gym. From the moment I walked in the door of CrossFit Sandyford, I didn't feel like that. The team were really welcoming, the members were really welcoming, we all encourage each other no matter what level you're at. I can honestly say I never felt intimidated once. And there's another thing that they do that's really good. You're in a smaller class to begin with. So it means that you start to learn the exercises properly. You get used to it and you get confident with using weights before you actually go into the bigger class. And I think that's key because a lot of other gyms I've gone to, it's like, you know, all this hardcore stuff to begin with, and you just end up hating it or you end up injured. So that's a really good thing about CrossFit Sandyford. They actually teach you how to do the specific moves properly. So then you can get the most out of it.
Yeah, and we're taking
Absolutely, and it just gives, especially if you're not someone who's used to the gym or you think of weights, and it's even the noises of the gym, you know, the loudness, you know. I used to be like, oh my God, that noise, or afraid to drop my weights, where now I'm just like, you know, throw them around the place. So it gives you confidence, and I think it's a really good idea that you're in the smaller class first before you go into the bigger class. So that's kind of going back to my previous answer there. I instantly felt comfortable and I liked the way they added in the nutritional plan into your training. So they taught you how to eat properly so you can get the best out of your training. And then the fact that you're in the smaller class to begin with and that you're really confident before you go into the larger class. Yep, they can't actually believe I stuck to it, because for years I've done every fad diet, every detox, every smoothie diet, joined gyms, paid subscriptions and never actually went to them. I've actually stayed with CrossFit Sandyford, so they can't believe that and they think it's amazing and they see the difference in me.
And you trained with Alan for quite a while as well.
Yeah.
You kind of brought your brother into the fold.
So that was originally how Alan and I started here. He was getting married in Spain in that summer, so we both had a goal. His was to build muscle, mine was to lose fat and tone, and we both achieved that together, and we had great fun doing it. And when we were on holidays then in Spain, we were actually both really confident and delighted with ourselves. So it worked for us, so that's why we stayed with it. Stick with it, even when you feel like giving up. You know, talk to your coach. If there's something that you don't feel comfortable with, just say it to them, you know.
Yeah.
even arrange to meet them before a session, and they'll go through stuff with you. Like, you know, it's nothing that they haven't heard before. There's nothing worse than being in a class and going, oh, I don't really know how to do that move. They want you to actually ask them the questions. Stick with it and be consistent. Being consistent is the key to success. I have fallen off the wagon a few times where my coach Keane will ring me and say, Sinead, what's the story? Get your ass back in here and we'll go through it again, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm back where I was. So be consistent and just talk to somebody if there's anything you're feeling uncomfortable with. Yeah, and you guys are really good at that. Like, there's nothing, as I said before, intimidating about any of the coaches. They're on your level, you know, so just ask them. You know, if you asked me 3 years ago, would I have been able to squash? This is like, or if you saw my 3 years ago squat, like it was laughable. I just couldn't do it. But somehow Keane has trained me to be able to squat, and now my squat has improved so much, and that's something that I'm really, really proud of.
Yeah.
To be able to squat, to be able to lift weights. And I think for a girl, I don't know what it is, but it's whatever squatting and doing split squats and hip thrusting does something to you mentally. It releases endorphins, and it actually just makes you feel great. And I honestly believe that CrossFit actually just makes me a happier person.